Salut, salut! Marwan sunt. Welcome to another weekly episode of the Crypto Technician Changes Daily Gainers. Astăzi o să facem fix la fel cum am făcut săptămâna trecută, analiza de BTC, Ethereum, weekly și monthly și daily. Și după daily gainers our usual setups și some altcoin analysis, the usual ones, altcoin XPL, hype and sui. Ok, începem cu BTC. Monthly, no new updates. Still holding the volume of the Bollinger Band. Deci mai avem 10 zile. If it closes an inside bar for this bearish bar, e un pic bullish. We might see follow through upwards. Dacă nu, next level e aici. I will draw a rectangle. See how it was rejecting here in 2024. Și după acted as support, retested the high and made a new high. In fine. This is our point of interest, zone of interest, area of interest, doesn't matter what you call it. If Bitcoin doesn't hold this, we can see a drop to here and maybe just a retest of 100k if it doesn't, and then this is for a very bearish scenario. You need to combine it with the US 3H, Nasdaq, S&P falling down. If the Nasdaq is bullish, like the US stock market is bullish, it won't fall down. It might be in a trading range, but if the stocks are going up, BTC normally doesn't fall down. When they have an intraday pullback to the downside, the BTC breaks down. Deci asta e pentru monthly. Weekly, cum am zis acum de 2-3 săptămâni, it's still holding. Și e bine. This is the first retest. Like I said before, fix our setup. MA gap. Nu contează dacă e pe weekly, 5 minute, one day, nu contează. MA gap e MA gap. Dar vă dați seama, dacă suntem pe weekly, every MA gap will come like every 2 years. Și asta a fost ultima dată, octombrie 2023 și acum suntem decembrie. Deci, bine, the first was aici. 2 ani și o lună. Deci, this setup rarely shows, and when it shows, the RR is with you. Bine, dar pe monthly it's not very good, but pe weekly it's still holding. It's still holding și asta e bine. Just let me see. 83786, 8440. Yeah, they're not letting. Adică bine, avem our structure, higher lows, dar it's more of a trading range if we can draw the rectangle. Like this is our range. It has been in this range since the Membrii. Daily, this is our range. Force breakout from the range, and the lower range is holding. 1, 2, 3. Bine, și the upper range is rejecting. Scuze, doar un pic. Okay. This is our range. You can see that the value line acted as resistance, support și acum resistance. Classic trading range, mai ales că the value line it's not going up, it's not going down, it's going sideways. Și this means the trading range, if you didn't know from the price action, the value line will tell you, that may tell you. Deci BTC, not much going on, dar ceva care a fost foarte interesant, the CPI. Nu știu dacă vedeți, dar trebuie să vedeți. The CPI a ieșit foarte bine, better than expected. Bine, nu se vede aici, dar it was a lot better than expected. The expected was like 3.1 ADA. Da. it was 3.1 și a ieșit 2.7. Deci, if we were in a bull market, BTC would have skyrocketed up. Dar hai să intrăm pe hourly, doar ca să vedeți. Nu, asta nu e. Aici. E foarte bullish. A fost, dar when a major news event comes out and it's bullish and BTC reverses the move, it's not good at all. That's when Bitcoin retested this high, you knew that it's fucked. Also, when it broke below this low, all the traders, if you can see here, all the traders entered on this candle, the breakout momentum traders. Aici avem momentum. You say it's a candle with volume. Nu contează. Entered here long, stops here. And they all got flushed out. Everybody. That's practic. If we were really in a bull market, on the microstructure, I'm not saying on the weekly sau daily, nu, vorbesc despre hourly. If we were in a micro bull market, this law needed to hold. Because the bulls would have defended their stops. And it didn't hold. So the bears overcome the bulls. Și a ieșit. Bine, aici, asta e foarte interesant. Vedeți? Low pentru this candle e 84.429k. The low aici e 84.408k. Adică it broke a lower low, dar by like $20. This made the shorts that wanted to enter on a stop aici for a break below this candle for a continuation. They got trapped in. And longs, bine, you need to be stupid if you put your stop directly below this candle. Like the low is 84.429. Your stop should have been like 84.3 ceva, no 84.408. In fine, most probably it's the shorts that got trapped in. Și la ora 10 it coincided with a 4-hour close and open. Look, asta e foarte bullish. You see the low, it broke below the 4-hour and it reversed up. You can also see this in the microstructure. Trebuie să mergem la ora 10 aici. Sau nu aici. Undeva aici, da. Aici. Fix la ora 10. One BTC does this or any other coin, this is extremely bullish. Exact at the hourly open or the 4-hour open doesn't matter. Bine, it's mult mai reliable dacă e pe a higher time frame, nu pe a lower time frame. That's on the 4-hour and the hourly open, BTC broke down and immediately reversed up. Would have entered long here. Asta e foarte bullish. Stop below this low and just held. You could have entered also here. Tot la fel. The low for the 1055 candle was 84.523. The low here was 84.521. At the open, at the hourly open, and just kept going up. This was your low. Keep this in mind. This is also a setup being in. Nu prea folosim setup-ul asta because you have to be directly looking at the charts when it happens or you won't have time. They've entered here. Stop, cum am spus, da, 84.377, poate ceva asta, 0.35 is your risk și 10 to 1, 12 to 1. E foarte bullish. In fine. You can also add alerts, de exemplu. You know that the 4-hour will close at 10, la ora 10 seara. You put alerts sau a timer pe telefon, cronometru pe telefon, ca just ring at la ora 10 seara. Also, you can also add an alert below this low. Your alert will trigger, you see your phone, you see the bullish structure forming on the 5 minutes, and you enter. Also, this is a very bullish structure. Bearish candle cu volume. The bulls tried to pump it. Bears took control, but it closed with a very small lower wick and a small body. You could just enter here with a low below this low. Most probably it will break above. That's that. This is a very bullish setup. In fine, what will Bitcoin do in the next week too? This is becoming on the last week of the year, I think. În fine, what will Bitcoin do? Acum nu putem să știm. Suntem într-un trading range. Dacă the month will close așa, e bine. But e ceva foarte interesant. Never in BTC's history. Bine, we need to go back a little bit. Okay, why not start? Never in Bitcoin's history did we have... That's the point logarithmic. Never in Bitcoin's history did we have two consecutive red candles. That's one red candle. This doesn't matter. One red candle, first cycle, second cycle, third cycle, fourth cycle. Dar n-am avut și mai puțin decât 3 bullish candles și acum am avut 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Deci, you can say that we broke the 4. No, you can't say, but as things are looking, yeah, there's a possibility that we broke the 4-year cycle. Dar if you want to follow the recent years, BTC shouldn't have another red yearly candle. Like we can get a dump on the open of the year, like the first quarter or something. But we shouldn't have another yearly red candle. If we do, it's fucked. Okay, for the end of the year, trading range, you could enter here, but o să vorbesc despre un concept care se cheamă direction probability. Am mai scris despre direction probability pe Discord, am și mai spus despre asta pe live. Direction probability is the probability of the price hitting your take profit before hitting your stop loss. Let's talk about it. This is our trading range. Okay, just let me... Acum avem un trading range. The probability of the price breaking below the trading range and having continuation e foarte puțin. It's like 20%. That's 20% here, the price keeps going down. 80% here, the price goes to test the upper range. Bine, aici you wouldn't have known the upper range. You could have guessed here, care you can say it's an order block because this is where the... Nu contează, I don't call it order block. Nu contează, you just need to know where are our points of interest. This candle. Let me draw another triangle. This candle, like here. In fine, it's better to wait for the range to form. That you could have entered short here because of this candle and also retest of the low. Like this is our zone of interest. Nu contează. It's better if you wait for the range to form. Am așteptat. This is a retest of the low. Okay, you could have entered here. Direction probability is with you. 80% that the probability will go up. That's your RR, your trader's equation, care e direction probability times your RR. Your trader's equation is very good. Hai să zicem, n-ați intrat aici because the range wasn't clear yet. Okay. Deci aici. Dar we can figure out a range is forming between these lines. This zone, this is our zone. Aici I could have entered short. The probability of the price, let me draw it, going up, it's 80%. Sorry, 20%. The probability of the price going down, it's 80%. Bine, nu trebuie să fie fix 80%. Între 70 și 80%. It also depends in what stage of the range we are. The example of the price has been in a trading range for like 3 months. Bine, it's probably that the price will break up. In fine, ce trebuie să faceți if the price breaks out of the range, o să vorbesc despre asta. Dar acum, let's stay on the topic. Deci, you would enter short here, your direction probability is 80%, and you take profits here, somewhere here. Now, de ce nu intrăm aici? Dacă vedeți, we are in the middle of the range. Middle of the range înseamnă the direction probability of 50%. 50% nu e bine. If you have a consistent direction probability, și asta e un pic diferit, dar for simplicity, let's say your direction probability, you need to think of it as your win rate. Because if your trades are going with you, it means that your direction probability is correct. It means that your win rate is your direction probability. Dutch. If your win rate is 50%, you won't make money because most of your trades will be 1 to 1, 1.5 to 1, year 40 grab. It's better if you don't enter here. We don't know where the price will go. The probabilities are equal. If you enter here, I said that one example. Stop loss aici, 6%, și 6%, 1 to 1. Aici will be your stop loss. Aici will be your take profit. Și ce? Is if it's 50%, 1 to 1 RR, 1 to 1 reward to risk ratio with rate. But that's, in order to be profitable, it needs to be greater than 50%. You would only break even. Și nu se merită deloc. Deci da, you don't enter in the middle of a trading range. Acum, ce faceți if the price breaks from the range? Hai să zicem că a făcut așa, and it kept going like this, da? Bine, this is not real, because in reality, ce o să facă prețul? Așa, false breakout, așa, dan așa, false breakout, așa. Dar hai să zicem, we had a successful break. You don't enter here. Sub niciun... No, you don't enter. You don't enter. Că e foarte riscant. You're entering hoping a breakout that is only probably 20%. Deci your RR needs to be like 8 to 1, 7 to 1, ceva așa. E foarte riscant. You wait for the price to break, go down, retest the range, then enter. Ați înțeles? Deci, let me draw it again, ca nu prea să vede bine. It broke out, you enter here. Și după așa o să fac. You enter here. Your risk is very small. A retest of a previous trading range, it's a highly probable setup. E ceva între 60% și 70%. Deci, it's very good. With a very good RR because you will have a tight stop. It's bullish. Deci, da, that's how you trade trading ranges. This is the direction probability. Let me just add a note. If I can just add it. Text. Top and bottom. Write English direction probability of 20 to 30%. You need to keep it in mind. Okay, you need to keep this in mind. This is how you trade ranges. You don't enter here. You can't. You will lose money. Ok, asta a fost despre BTC, we got carried away un pic, dar nu. This is BTC. Hai să vorbim despre Ethereum. Broke out of our channel, da. Bine, here would have been trapped. Dacă vedeți aici, this was our lower end of the channel. This is a trend line, this is a counter trend line. Nu știu dacă știți how to draw it. You just get this trend line, Ctrl-C, and pull it to the high. Bine, it's better if you wait for the channel to form, but if you only have the lower part of the channel, you can just do a counter trend line. Și v-am spus data trecută despre Dr. Al Brooks. He explains everything in his books. Deci dacă vreți, you can just read his books. He explains them a lot better than I do. În fine, I've entered here. Aici you wouldn't have known. Că după this high formed, it became clear that this is the upper channel of the range. Bine. put it here. Okay, I'm taking profits here. You could have done. This is the previous high. But nah, because it didn't form. This low form before this form. That's no. You couldn't have known. I feel. Aicha, bull stride. You see the low? Held the lower channel. Let me draw. Aicha. It held. Dar e foarte periculos. You could have entered and your stop would have gotten hit. Because, okay, you entered here long. It's right, you're correct. Hai să pun pe un minut. Aici. It hit, it then went up. Also, it broke below, it broke above, scuze. Above the high of the previous daily candle. Care e și bullish. Adică, if you're watching it in real time, you see this candle held, then it broke above. This would have been green. Foarte bullish. Dar it reversed. Și asta e bearish. Da, de aceea v-am spus, e foarte periculos, e foarte riscant să faceți trading pe majors acum, ca BTC, ca Ethereum. Ca nu, it's very choppy. Și in choppy situations, let me clean this up because it's bothering me. In choppy conditions, you shouldn't trade coins like this. Solana are un support foarte important aici. Yeah, it's still holding this zone, you see. You can just Bine, I don't need to draw the lines because after years of experience, I just see it. But you can. Example aici. It's better if you draw a triangle. A rectangle, sorry. Look at this zone. It's been holding for like 2.5 years. What's below this zone? This is the next zone. That we should hope it doesn't break. Breaks this, we have this as support. Then poate this, but the main support is here. 46. Și asta nu, I don't think it will hit it if we don't. Bine, dacă intrăm într-un bear market, da. It has a very high possibility of it hitting the zone, care e aici. Dar nu cred. I don't want to be a pessimist. Nu cred. In fine, any touch of this zone is a buy. Look. This was the previous high. Retested, broke below, dar asta e un clean retest, failed retest. Asta a fost un MA gap. Vedeți? Asta e failed MA gap. Retest. Și acum it's testing it. Deci, you can buy here. Adică you can buy here. Stop below here 14%. If you want to be safe, you put your stop below here 26%. But it's a lot of risk. Maybe just put your stop below here 12-14%. If it goes up, it's 100%. RR like 8 to 1. E bine, but the monthly, da, și monthly depinde how the monthly close were closed, dar yearly nu e bine deloc. Bine, mai avem 10 zile, we can expect a Christmas pump, nu știu. Sincer, I don't think it will happen. But on the daily, it's okay. On the daily, it's bottoming. Look at the RSI, divergence. Bine, on divergence, nu trebuie neapărat to give us a pump sau a dump in the opposite direction. But a divergence is good to see. Excuse me. You need to keep in mind that you don't just, for example, you have bullish divergence, lower lows, higher lows. You shouldn't just long the bullish divergences because you lose money. Aici. Bullish divergence. Bullish, bine. It broke below. Da, you shouldn't just long the bullish divergences. In asta e Solana. Și the rest of the altcoins just move the same. So it's a very, very interesting zone. It's been holding the 1.3129. That you could enter here. Weekly it's okay, not very good. Monthly is shit. Yearly, fuck me. All the altcoins have the same yearly. We won't look at the yearly anymore. Weekly, yeah, okay. Daily, forming a bottom. You can enter 11%, 60% maybe, or this previous high if it wants to do a previous high. 4-to-1 trade. I mean, we might get the Christmas pump. It's worth the risk, sincere, because they have been going down a lot of time. Okay, they can go a lot more down. We've been in a downtrend since July. If you can see lower low, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And it keeps on going lower highs. Meaning this was a break of structure, you can say, of the downtrend. If you draw a trend line, it would have broken above it. Yeah, it broke above it. But she do a higher low retest. I mean, you can think of it like that. We've been in a downtrend since July. We had our first higher high, and now it's forming a higher low. It indicates a change of market structure. You can't say that. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Yeah, 14% risk. Maybe just essentially it's worth along, but there are some stronger coins. I mean, hype has been shit. I don't know if you follow hype. It's one of the best projects. I never traded on hype. There are on actual use case. She very good economics. The only problem is the unlocks. They had like 100 million unlocks 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. No might seem into. But on the weekly it's shit. Maybe an entry here, $20, retest of the week. Let me just add an alert. No, this is not an alert. Alert each. Yeah, maybe an entry here. Hype entry far interessant because they have something called the AF Foundation. They have a foundation that buys like 90% of the profits they make every day. They bought like $1 billion hype. You can just search it online. So hype has constant buying pressure. If BTC goes down, it will go down. But if BTC goes up, it will be one of the strongest performers. Pango was listed, like I said last week, on the Las Vegas sphere. This is what caused this little pump, but it reversed it. Not good. Fartcoin. I'm very interested in Fartcoin. Sorry for these. These are from my lower, like intraday trading zones. So these are imported zones on the hourly 4 hour. That's why I have a lot of zones. But on the daily, it's like noise. I don't know if I can hide them. No, I can't hide. I can just remove. Infine. Wait, let me get a better chart. Okay, this is a cleaner chart. This was our value area. I mean, it held it, but now it broke down. Infine. I said last time that we were in an ascending triangle. Yeah, it failed. We were doing like this and like this. We're in an ascending triangle. Just let me delete this for me to see. We're in an ascending triangle. The ascending triangle failed. هسه bearish. Most ascending triangles do not fail, and when they fail, they fail. They fail like we get a dump. Come on, 12 and 20%. Either per weekly, it's one of the strongest coin, being this very major resistance since 20 October. Yeah, this zone. Break above it and things can get exciting. I put an alert here. We can also think that it's forming a higher low. Weekly. Yeah, weekly is the only candle. You see, moneda cara, I bought 2 bullish candles in the last month. Monthly, yeah, okay. Being New York, okay, but it's better than most of the points that we're seeing. Yearly, fuck the yearly. This was our weekly analysis for all the coins that interest us. Now let's look at the coins that follow our setup, our MA gap setup. No, fuck it. SYS. It's not a very strong touch, 90 bars, but it's been going up a lot, so it might fail. Hourly bullish. ICNT. Nu mă uitam la moneda asta. Dacă mă uitam, would have entered short here. A făcut un gap. 108 bars. Bene, it broke above it. If you didn't want to enter, you could have entered here. Could have stopped below the slope and just held. Very good RR. ASR. Am pus o alertă aici. Hourly, okay. 4 hour just opened, 4 hour bullish. Maybe we can get a retest of the upper band of the Bollinger Band. 1.843. That's, I'm hoping să facă așa, like just trading range, and this MA will meet with it. This MA will go here and they will meet here and we enter. Bine, nu cred că o să facă așa, dar dacă face așa e super. HUSDT also same idea. 4 hour, it's okay. We could have entered here, dar nu prea mă uitam la aici. Deci, n-am văzut bottoming-ul, dar da, it's a very nice bottom. It's like a cup and handle, dacă știți setup. Cup and handle. Cup handle. That's... In fine, it doesn't matter the names, cup and handle, dish and handle, nu contează. Ce contează, you just know how to read the price action. This was bottoming, you could have just entered here. Bine, a fost bottoming și cu un very tight trading range. E riscant. That you would have been looking here. If you entered here, you would have been entering on the top of the trading range, care e foarte riscant, cum v-am spus acum. Dar na, this is interesting. I also added an alert here. I don't think it will hold it. The value line holding the lower high. Beat is coming close. Yeah, it held it here. I wasn't paying attention. Și oricum a fost la ora 2 dimineața, deci da. Dormam. Hourly. Relativ, ok, 4 hour it's good. Da. This is our next zone of interest. This was our previous high. Reach. So now I'm hoping to enter somewhere here. Reach in this zone. But I don't think we will have it because the bears try to push the price down. But you see, the not very bullish there. It's cred că se cheamă inverted hammer. Sau hammer normal style. No, it's a hammer candlestick, not inverted. Da, this is the hammer. Bine. The color of the candle matters. Aici e verde. Aici it's red, it's bearish. Dar the bears try to push the price down. Bine, if this candle closes like this, it's bullish. The bears tried to push the price down, bull stepped in. It closed bearish with no upper wick. Means there was immediate selling pressure on the open. The bears once again tried to push the price down, bull stepped in. That's a big bullish. I don't think if nu cred că we will get a touch of this before breaking the high. And if we break the high and then we get a touch of this, it's very risky. Because our setup depends on not breaking the high, pulling back, then breaking the high. Not breaking the high, then rejecting from the high, care e foarte bearish and falling down. Sunt două lucruri foarte, foarte diferite. And you need to keep attention. You need to just pay attention to these things. Flock. I mean, if it's forming a trading range on the 99 SMA, it acted as a resistance, now it's acting like support. That's e interesant, you need to keep an eye on it. 4 hour bearish, no. But we need to keep an eye on it on forks, night, hourly bullish, 4 hour bullish. Also we have a very nice gap. I hope we get this is our zone of interest. Previous high, retest the high, but that's could have entered here. That for setups like this you need to keep like staring at the charts. Or you could have got you saw this at 9 a.m. put an alert on your zone, but it would have triggered here care nu e bine, because it's technically not a very good retest. Bine, it is retesting it, but I prefer if the price moves for a little bit of time, then comes back after breaking a high and another high, you know. Nu știu dacă ați înțeles. Stați ca să desen. A făcut așa, bine, this is bullish. Dar mai bine dacă face așa for a very long time, cum a făcut aici și după. Deci da, let's hope it breaks 1 hour, ok, dar it already broke above 9427 is our resistance. 9427 aici. This was the hourly candle that changed the market from bullish to bearish. It engulfed the very bullish candle. 4 hours looking good. The upper band of the Bollinger Band holding, held here. Bine aici false breakout, up, held, holding. Deci e bullish. Dar what I'm saying now, it can change. Cum v-am spus, if it breaks above the high, then comes down, nu e bine. Deci bine, acum pe live, I'm telling you that da, e bullish. Dar, but I won't put the setup on Discord. Because we got the touch, but the structure changed. Deci nu e bine. Rave, și rave e bullish. 4 hour, it's bullish. Oh, 1 hour. It's not good. I would have hoped if the price went below, maybe broke and then went up. No așa. It went up and got rejected. After the bulls stepped in, the bears waited, they formed something called a vacuum. Vacuum means there's no sellers if you look at the order book. This candle, you need to join it with the volume. If it doesn't have a lot of volume, it has. If it doesn't have a lot of volume, it means there's a vacuum. There's no sellers, just buyers. The order book is empty. The bears want to push the price up. Vacuums are not very good because they most probably signal exhaustion. Exhaustion means the trend will reverse. I will speak more in detail about these if you want on Discord, or if you want on my next live. Most probably I'll speak about these setups next week. Yeah, I mean, 4 hour is good. 1 hour is not very good. This won't be an A plus setup. Most probably, if we get the touch, it will be a B setup. And you should only risk like 0.3 R. Like 0.3 Rs means you only enter with 30% of your normal position size. For example, if you want to enter with $100, you only risk, if your risk is $100, you only risk $30 in this case. Okay, holding. This is our zone of interest. Maybe price will retest this low, form a double bottom, and it will coincide like this. Let me draw it. Pretzel o să facă așa, și MA o să facă așa, they will intersect here, and we enter long. If they don't do this, this is our next one of interest. Dar no, if the setup goes, it goes. I won't be interested anymore. Da. Și asta e pentru săptămâna asta. Bine, nu mai știu dacă aveți comments sau ceva. If you want me to do analysis for orice monedă, I can. Bine, we're getting our Sunday pump. Weekly closing bullish. Weekly closing bullish. Let me just look at da, I mean, monthly. Oh, very bullish. Retested, cum ziceam. This is a very important zone. It retested this year. Wow, deci nu mă uitam la yearly on the S&P or that. It's a very clean retest, this zone. Yeah, this was during the bear market. I drew this channel. Și după this upwards trend line. Yeah, this is a very important zone. In April, no? Da, in aprilie. Da, I mean stocks are looking good, okay. BTC is looking trading range. We just need to wait and see. Bine. Ne vedem săptămâna viitoare atunci, dacă you don't have any questions. Da, no questions. Bine atunci. Weekend plăcut și pa, pa.